How about the beautiful British weather?
Oh, it's so good, but it's not England, is it?
No, we're in Florida.
Florida.
It is ModaMiami weekend, and it begins today with the RM Sotheby's auction, and later on we have a really cool, exclusive, unique opportunity with Mercedes. But very quickly here, you're going to get a point of what this lineup is like.
Feast your eyes.
Yeah, I don't know where to go. I'm kind of almost falling
Let's start
over.
with the one in the middle.
P1 GTR.
It looks so cool.
Behind it, 300 SL and an Enzo.
With the 300 SL, by the way, the color, so there's this trend at the moment for the summer that butter yellow is on trend, and that car's the perfect shade of butter yellow.
Right time to be selling it then. Over this way, well, we'll come to that in a second. Obviously, we've got F40, we've got Carrera GT, we've got Countach, and my big one, which is the F50.
Are you going to put your head in the ring for this one?
Dreaming. Maybe we have a look at what it does. We've got the 959, we've got a Duesenberg.
I believe that's a Model J, by the way.
You're more clued up on this than I am.
I just did my homework.
The Mercedes, the Ferrari. I don't really know where to begin. We could go full nerd out about all the cars. We've got to go and head over to the main marquee as well. Last night, this is where the Indianapolis Motor Speedway cars were auctioned.
That was quite the impressive lineup.
It was really cool. We went to Paris and saw the 250 LM. That video was on the main Shmuseum 50 channel. And they sold some of the other cars that didn't have Indianapolis history here with RM Sotheby. So there was, where the F40 is now, there was a GT40 Ford, which sold for 12 million, was it?
Plus fees and everything, so it was about 13 million.
Pretty
total.
phenomenal. Something I found quite funny is that even the Spirit of America 600 and something miles per hour record car had one of those no warranty dealer pieces of paper inside it that car dealers have to have in the US.
That was really fun, but also speaking of that car, I realized when I saw it that I'd actually seen it in 2014 at the museum, and I uploaded a picture of it. It was really crappy on
More
my
than 10
Facebook.
years ago.
Yep.
Well, this is quite nice. The colour of this is really quite nice. They made 40 odd P1 GTRs, just over, I think. Interesting thing is some of them actually got an enlarged engine. The original engine was a 3.8, some of them got a 4. Anyway, nerdy fact for you.
I like that.
That's what it's about here. Well, normally that's what it's about on the Shmuseum 50 channel. This is more behind the scenes. I know some people are going to be asking, it's the Shmuseum channel, but you're in Florida. The idea is just to be more
Shmuseum channel on tour?
Yes, just share behind the scenes. Something I want to show you about this Enzo. Firstly, interior, because it has the Koyo tan leather, which is quite
really
unusual.
rare, right?
Yeah, normally you'd have black, sometimes red. Again, with the buyer's guide warranty paper. I always just find that funny in a car of this age, but it's a US legal thing. Something we showed on social media is to do with the mirrors. If you've never seen this before, right? Right-hand side mirror on an Enzo, roughly the length of finger to thumb. Yeah. Kind of, that type of length. They're all obviously left-hand drive, but if I squeeze around, sorry guys, this side to show you quickly, it's about 50% bigger. Quite a significant difference. Yeah. Which is unusual. Anyway, let's whiz back this way. When I talk about my dream cars, I'm just trying to think, is one of your dream cars here?
No, they don't have a Singer DLS at the moment, but there are a bunch of Porsches at the tent, so we should go and have a look.
To those. I talk endlessly about the F50 being my dream car, probably kind of too much, but...
Tell me again, what does it, why is it your dream car?
Should we repeat it? Because it's got a V12 back here. I mean, actually, come to the back because you can kind of see through. When the light's on it like this, you can probably see even more. You can see the internals of the car. So, naturally aspirated V12. You have a hard top that you can stow away. So this car obviously is completely open, but there's a hard top that basically replaces this section that you can keep at home. Here, check this out, it's got this bag behind the seats that has the emergency soft top in it.
Oh, I never realised that.
The first time I ever went in an F50 was a Giallo Modena one, that's the dream car, dream colour. And it actually rained that day. We went to an event in London, it started raining, so I had to learn with the driver, I was a passenger obviously 15 years ago, how to put that on very spontaneously. Gated manual.
Can't really beat that, can you?
Open top, V12 engine. Okay. Perfect. So that's the dream. Anyway, the auction was literally here last night. Most of the cars are over in the big marquee. So probably we need to head somewhere through here, going like in a zigzag, and go find the cars and have a look around some Porsches and some other nice things.
Yes!
Well, the music is pounding. How can you not have holiday vibes?
It's a vibe. It's really just a vibe.
First time out here at Moda events. This is the second year. We didn't do it last year, but we're learning it thick and fast.
And it's amazing, like the setup is so nice and they have so many cars coming. I'm really quite excited.
It's going to be a big weekend, but today is auction day, as we said.
Oh, look at the Miis.
I was just looking over there as well. What do we have? That's probably a good way to get around. Over there is where we're going.
Or one of the golf buggies.
Or one of the golf buggies, just like hitch a ride somewhere. I should say our dark horse is somewhere over here. We're at the Biltmore Hotel. In fact, the hotel is back over that way.
Which was
Coral
built in
Gables.
1926.
Which, relatively speaking, is actually really old.
Yes, for American standards, I would say.
Yeah, no, true story. Right, let's come over here. Good vibes here. Rosso Corsa 599 GTB, Roof CTR3, they're pretty rare. Lotus Esprit V8, that colour though, that spec in fact.
Yeah, it looks very, our SF90 and this blue looks very blue electrico.
It's really similar, blue over cream, winning spec.
I like the pinstripe, the blue around
the piping.
The piping, yeah,
and the
that's
painted
so
blue
nice.
sections inside and on the doors. Very, very nice. That's a familiar car for me. This was Sergio from AI Motorsports. I filmed with Sergio with this car 6 years ago.
You've been on the internet for too long.
Yeah, filming for many, many years. We'll come back to the other side.
But I like the Salzburg livery, it looks really cool.
With some of the extra details. Like look up here as well on the rear deck. Added the acid green touches around the
Nice.
exhaust.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Kind of unique, kind of cool. So we've got Transstradale, TDF, stripe delete.
With the red interior, chef's
Nice.
kiss.
SLR, Speedster, Heritage GT. These are interesting because out here, these actually go for quite a lot of money. Obviously the Heritage does, especially because it's a Heritage, right? It's the even more rare, even more limited.
$600,000 to $700,000 estimate.
Yeah, I can imagine. It would be about 500 for a standard. And then, interestingly, in the UK, they're probably high £200.
Maybe you should buy one.
Maybe,
And then sell it to the US.
This is one of the Pursang Alpha 8C recreations. You know that colour?
Rossodino.
Rossodino.
I just love the colour, I'm sorry.
Same colour as our 296, but this is an interesting car to put in auction because it's actually, I mean, SF90s don't do well anyway, and this is quite a low spec, so it doesn't have any of the carbon.
It's no carbon, yeah.
And it's, I guess, a fairly standard. This is probably more up your street.
This is very much up my street, but
2.7 touring.
unless I find some money down the sofa, this is unfortunately slightly out of my budget. But just
650.
slightly.
So this is the touring. They made it as a sport as well with like, well, that was the equivalent then of the Visac package now. But
The colour is cool.
yeah, that's nice. Are we about to have the challenge to name all of the PTS
Yeah, but it's your
Porsches?
challenge, not my challenge.
Firstly, LM002 in the corner over there.
Really cool.
We start here with a 968 Cabriolet. This is cobalt blue.
It's very different to the cobalt blue on your GT8,
It is. It's actually funny how many names cross over from one manufacturer to another.
but look at that interior. It's very STG, very wild.
That
I
is
like
just
it.
like his 992.1 GT3. So we go from the 968 to the 89 Speedster in, I think, dark blue.
I think so, yeah.
Dark blue over the tan interior,
Everybody loves a white body speedster.
for sure. Next is a 968 Turbo S in midnight blue.
Yep, 100% midnight blue.
We're doing all right so far. We're going to come to this side quickly before we continue with the Porsches, because this is a friend from Europe, a collector's Diablo. Now, it's painted in SE30, which has become a famous colour from the 30th anniversary Diablo. This is actually an earlier car that's been repainted, but I think it's one of the best Lamborghini colours
Oh, 100%.
they've ever made.
Yeah.
Looks really good, and we even considered it for the STO back in the day.
But then we went with Viola Bus,
The kind of more modern. It's something about it. It suits cars from that era, but not so well the modern cars. This is PTS Mercedes-Benz Diamond Blue.
with the matching Fuchs wheels. Looks like that.
Yes. This is a flat nose.
It's amazing. Speaking of, Fuchs wheels matching, how about the 914? Should we do something like that?
Matching pink wheels.
Well, Fuchs wheels at least.
Fuchs wheels. I don't think we'll do pink wheels, but updates come on the 914 very soon. We need to give you guys an update on that. This is one of the most well-known PTS colours. This is Riviera Blue on the Carrera RS 3.8.
Looks great under the Florida shade.
Well, it looked great when it was in the sunshine. This Sport Classic, which is obviously limited, is in Meneas Blue, again with the matching wheels.
I see a theme here.
I want to come and show you the interior quickly. Let's squeeze through. Sorry, I just want to
Sneak
show in here.
1 second,
because
I
of
have
the
to squeeze through
seats.
too.
Yeah, have a look at this. The additional details from Zonderwunsch.
Oh, this is so nice. And
Yeah.
the wood. Yeah,
It's
all
impressive what you can do when you let the kind of imagination run a little bit wild with it. So
$111,000 to do all
yeah, $111,000 of extra options. Wow. Yeah, no holding back. Lovely spec. I think we're going to come through a little bit. In fact, something that I've been drawn to a little bit more recently that
What's taking your fancy here?
in the past. Things like a Testarossa. I mean, these were late 80s, right? Could get a birth year one, that would be quite fun.
And this one got like a maroon red interior, which is, I believe, also really rare, but looks amazing.
Quite unusual. SL65 Black Series, always love them, even if they're not necessarily that great to drive, if I can say. Over this way, though, this is a Bruce Canepa 959, another one.
Colour is great.
Yes.
Kind of blends in with the grass, though.
These have a whole host of updates. Bruce was involved in bringing them in with the show and display back at the time through to today. This GT2 RS is in Meneas Blue.
Yep.
Have I got that right? Albert Blue. This is Albert Blue.
Oh.
This is Albert Blue. Meneas Blue is the Sport Classic.
If you're saying so.
You just went with it. It's got the blue tint carbon for the Visac package parts. Again, the matching wheels and everything.
Blue tint carbon is always winning.
Another car with an amazing interior. These cars, it's a friend's collection and he spec'd everything really well, but needs must, new cars coming, more
Which
space
you're
needed.
really bad at, like selling when new cars are coming.
I'm awful at that. Now I'm going to draw attention to one more, which is this. That's the car that Clarkson drove on Top Gear when Lotus did this program that you could effectively buy one of their F1 cars unrestricted. So this is even faster than an F1 car, and you could buy it for yourself and go and drive it.
That sounds dangerous.
Someone's going to get a bargain with this as well. Be a lot of fun. Safe to say, there's some pretty nice cars here that are literally about to go across the block. But
maybe we should
first,
head back to the auction.
Go that way. There might even be the like cruise that was this morning coming back in as well.
Oh, that would be nice to see.
Somewhere over there, they've gone the other way. Testarossa and Countach.
In their natural habitat.
That's the most, actually, Miami Vice here in Miami.
Yeah, literally.
And we're walking down the road, sorry to the cars. Maybe we go on the grass, whatever we have here. I just want to see what's around. Car spotting for a moment. It just got really interesting very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Very beautiful colour on the Rolls Royce.
Oh, I like the plate. Assets.
Assets. Yes. G-Wagon up there, another Rolls Royce. Over there, oh, that's the TWR Supercar.
Oh, that's cool. Let's go and have a look, because obviously we haven't seen that in person yet.
Supercar there, 918, 16M. I'm sure there's more. It's like hearing engine noises and wondering what's around.
You don't know where to look, right? There's something everywhere.
So, I mean, this is Rolls Royce land.
Oh, what's up there? It's just rolling through.
I didn't see.
It's got something red on the wing.
What did you hear?
I mean, you should be able to tell by the engine noise.
I should be able to tell the engine noise, but I can't. What's about to come down the hill over there? Wait for it. Oh, it's the SSC. It's the Tuatara. That's why I didn't recognise it, because obviously you don't hear them. Oh, there's P1 over there. G63. Hi, how's it going? Yes, of course. How you doing?
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Can't
believe it.
Go for it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a good one. Cheers.
I can't take you anywhere.
No, we can't go anywhere. I mean, look, this is clearly, well, firstly, Supercat, which is basically the old school, what's, resto mod reimagined old Jag. I think I heard that Magnus Walker's been driving that around here.
Yeah, me too.
Something like that. Fun story with this, the Colour Stream P1.
Yes.
That car was PPF'd at Topaz when it was brand new, alongside, it must have been my 675 LT Coupe.
Ah, fun.
Because I was filming it back at the time. It was being done literally at the very same time. Obviously the MSO flip paints, which is really cool. Sandwich between the Gimbala RSR and the...
How much is that paint as an option?
I don't want to know. Another 959.
They're really popular here.
Another Rolls Royce. 918. Brian Friedman, of course they brought this down. Should have known. And then the super cool 16M. What a spec. White with the red detailing. I feel like I know this car.
That's super cool.
I feel like I've seen that one before. I'm like, what's lurking here? Oh, a Diablo GT is lurking here.
A secret car park.
Yeah, 722S. Oh, Veyron, Vitesse.
Casual.
Yeah, and the Gunther Works. Feel like, I've actually filmed that many years ago. Is that now Devon's? Fasters?
Yes, I think so.
That is.
I think I saw that on his Instagram.
Must be around.
Blue interiors. Cool.
I remember, I think it was its first owner back 10 years ago, 2014, I think I filmed this car in Beverly Hills. Wow. Time has flown by.
It's aging really well.
Grey bug on the plate, very, very suitable.
Ooh,
very
look
nice.
over there.
Manthey
GT. I'm not wearing glasses, but the colour is great.
Is that a Manthey GT4 RS?
I think so.
I think it might be in mint green.
Yep.
which looks really nice. I guess we're going that way. Let's go check it out. That was actually a color we considered. The 914 is a color we considered for ordering a GT4 RS. But that all went.
That didn't happen,
Yeah, that
unfortunately.
didn't go the way it was planned.
But now we can, you know, enjoy what it would look like in a GT4.
Past the factory Gunther Works Speedster. I think it's the factory. Maybe it's with the dealer or something like that. And then that is indeed a Manthey 4 RS. Nice. I like that a lot.
Interesting.
Can we get one?
I mean, I'm not stopping you.
That would look really good with the.
What's that plate? 1M.
It's not a BMW.
$1 million. Well, that car's not $1 million, but
It's actually kind of funny seeing the full Manthey spec
it's got
cage,
like a stripe.
painted stripes, but that's factory you can do.
Yeah.
The cage is obviously a bit unique. But the is there a lizard that just
I think
crawled
there
into
was
the
a
bush?
lizard, yeah. Even the lizard wants to check out the car.
The carbon center cap is kind of cool. The floating aero disc. The GT4 RS is like the car that was meant to be but never happened.
Kind of got away.
The one that got away.
I think would we have done yellow calipers? I think, yeah.
I don't know exactly. Random Portofino over there in the car park. Right, back this way. I don't know where we're supposed to be right now. Motorized doors. Very swish. So this is Hotel Chaos 750S right behind. It's funny when we've seen this car, I mean we saw it at Car Week, but having seen it being built, assembled in lots of pieces. Oh, it just sank down in race mode.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Very swish, very fancy.
I mean, it's even better to see it on the road and, you know, moving.
Moving, bubbling, getting all the cameras out.
Yeah.
It's going to be hyper. I mean, it is Hypercar. There's a Bugatti there, a Gunther Works. The TWR Supercat, this, the P1, 918. Hypercars everywhere, and there's an auction going on.
We should probably go have a look.
Do we go through the hotel from here? Yeah, probably. Let's go through the hotel. That'll be easier.
You know, also, I brought this little brochure that has all the cars in it, and this is one of the private sealed auctions. And
yeah.
Oh my god.
The parade is arriving. I'm missing it. SLR Sterling Moss, Countach, Diablo. What was up ahead? Is that an M1? Yeah. Everything's coming through. Oh, this is cool. Huge variety of cars. SLR Sterling Moss. I think there are two here. It's the first one of the day. Some lovely classics. I feel like we've missed a few that were up at the front of all of this. I like the Hyper Blue G-Wagon as well.
I was about to say, I only have eyes for the Hyper Blue G-Wagon.
It's very nice.
Oh, that's nice and loud.
I think this is just a batch. I think they had like a 50 cars, 100 cars out together, but from all different eras.
You know what I always find fascinating is obviously we're complaining that cars are getting bigger and bigger, but then you look at the cars from the beginning of the 20th century, they're huge. They just got smaller, and now they're getting bigger again.
Well, they went from that to what you have now.
It's crazy how much engineering can do in terms of getting the engine smaller as well, because obviously the front end is all, you know, engine and
yeah. I think we walk to the right, we go find a garage. We'll see what else is around. Let's head this way. I hear rumbling at, whoa, P1 918, Senna over there.
And the Bulldog.
Bulldog, oh look at the cover. The cover on the Bulldog is cool.
Is that it? Oh, that looks so good.
There's an SLS parking there. Smells of petrol up here, doesn't it?
I'm struggling a little bit. Oh my
Wow.
God.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Look at these setup. They're so cute.
I wonder if that was on the drive. This is quite fun.
I don't know why, but it always reminds me of a scoop of ice cream. Because it's just a round.
Small little round thing. Testarossa. That's an original 250 Testarossa. This is everything. It's like a piece of Spider. Oh, the GT40's over there.
Ooh,
As we walked past, this was the Dare to Dream P1 that was sold by RM Sotheby's. We saw that auction. Another GT2 RS. 275 GTB4. Countach just there. That is tens of millions. 250 Testarossa. One of the, is it 20 something?
But it's in immaculate condition. Like, look at the interior. It looks like nobody's ever sat in there.
I mean, it's presumably fully restored. This is an original. That's a special thing just to look at, let alone lean over or be near. Wow. Up the GT40 is up here. The
Is there another one?
Well, these are the auction cars.
What's that?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But Talbot Lago, Duesenberg, Talbot Lago, that's another Talbot Lago. That sounds nice. Miura and GT40. So that is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway GT40 that just sold. I think it was 13.2 million, including the fees and everything attached to it. This is a garage and a half. This floor, I mean, it's modern and old. Like SLS Roadster,
Mix
next to Bulldog with P1 918.
Oh, it doesn't have water skis on the back.
Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Water skis on the back of a 300 SL. Nice Pista Spider. Countach. More Countaches. Couple more. This is, another Cybertruck in satin black. The SLR Sterling Moss. I think this one has done a ton of events over the years. Look, it's even got the Mille Miglia 2010 sticker on it. 15 years ago. Same car. Well, same stickers, never taken off. Lucky to drive one of those for the first time about 12 months ago when we were in Kuwait.
Yes.
At Adol's garage.
We also saw one down in the south of France in December.
Yes, true, just randomly in Monaco, driving through, as you do. Well, this is quite the floor. We haven't got to the auction. The auction's actually happening right now.
Yes, we should probably go have a look because I think the Heritage Ford GT is up very soon, and then it's the CGT, which is probably also quite interesting to see how much that goes for. Yep.
If you trod on that, that would ruin your shoes and
the day.
Clothing and everything.
We don't want that.
Buy 918, buy P1, more of those on exclusive car registry. Actually, all of these, everything like this, Talbot Lago, all of them on exclusive car registry. Should we go that way just in case we missed anything?
Yes, but it was also a nice
little lap up.
Yep.
The fun thing with this car is when the first owner took delivery of it, I pulled the cover back at the first event, Cars and Coffee, back in July 2019 when I was there with the Ford GT. We had a bit of a reveal of this with the Champion livery. Not sure if it's Papaya Spark or which orange, but the multiple different layers. I think it's had a couple of owners since, but all here in Florida. Anyway, it's nice.
When you see a Senna, do you miss yours?
Backwards and forwards. I think the plan was to own it for 4 or 5 years. We had it for about 5 years onwards.
Yeah.
It opened new doors. There wouldn't be an SF90XX if I'd kept the Senna. So
I can't wait for that.
you can't have everything backwards and forwards. It's funny what you find lurking around. That's Schumacher's first full championship Benetton. That one.
I mean, that's like iconic. That's just automotive history.
One point something.
Yeah.
But that's the car. I guess it's down here because they can't get it up the ramps.
It's a bit low.
That's what it is. What else is even here? I don't really know. The fun thing. This feels like Car Week. It's got that vibe of just stuff everywhere and things happening. Oh, is that 911R in PTS?
That's an interesting spec.
Yellow with green striping, or is that is it an R? It is an R. Wow.
Bold. I like it.
991. Well, they only made 50 PTS cars. That's out there. Yellow with the green stripes.
And you can look them all up on ECR?
You can look them all up on ECR. All of them to see the different specs. I'm going to be looking at that one a little bit later on. Genuinely, we just went away for a couple of minutes and there's another Bugatti.
It's ridiculous.
And there are also Eds and Tylers out on the lawn.
Yes, which we haven't, well, we have seen Eds, right?
Which one is
briefly.
that?
Oh,
blue carbon over beige.
That's nice. Through the bush.
2. Bugattis everywhere. Nice. Very nice. What have we had? What have we had? We're at 635. Had going once. Sold. 635. In estimate. It's crazy though. 635,000 money.
If it was a little bit less,
money. $635,000.
English is not Englishing.
CTR3.
Going twice. 1,025,000. 1,025,000. $1,020,000. Third and final chance. At $1,020,000. Sold. $1,010,000. Thank you, sir.
Next up is the Porsche Carrera GT. Where are we?
We're here.
Estimate at 1.4 to 1.7. Let's see where this lands. So bidding opening at 800,000. We have a bid of 800,000. Yes. That happened quickly. For $1 million.
Wow.
It's moving very fast. I think there was a bit in the room, which is quite exciting. I mean, there are a lot of people in the room who would be very interested in this. So there's 1-4 on the telephone at the moment.
I always think it's so cool when you have a telephone with it. It's so
You don't know who it is.
mysterious.
But I've always felt like CGTs had this weird explosion. They became very, very valuable very quickly, almost too much.
You were looking at that market more than I was.
Yeah, they've softened a bit since.
Now's your chance.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You're not registered
Not
as a
registered
bidder.
bidder, but at 1.4 million, we should be buying a CGT right now.
Right now?
Sold. Oh, never underestimate how hot it is out here. It's so hot, in fact. Look at this. The sun is kind of burning the screen. It's actually getting more and more burnt as time goes by. Haven't ever really seen that before.
Never
but
seen that
It
before.
must be so hot.
What
anyway,
I've seen is on phone cases, not phone cases, on phone screens.
yeah, like the burn-in.
Yeah, but
But that's full on. Duesenberg Model J. Elegant.
it's so pretty.
Oh my days. Look what's just turned up. There is a Bugatti Divo parked right there. Obviously that has pulled out the crowds very quickly. Unsurprisingly, it's a 1 of 40 Divo in the original launch spec behind me. Diablo. But I have quickly packed up from what I was doing. Let's come and take a look at that. There we go. As you do, no doubt heading to the show lawn. In fact, there's a lot of Bugattis around because this is all part of the kind of celebration of 20 years of Veyron. But yeah, that's quite cool. That's quite cool. Diablo just started, and I'm like, Veyron and Countach. This is half the fun right now. Oh, is that Temerari over there? It is. So, nice burble of the W16. On the back of the trailer over there is the Temerario. Is that an Urus SE? Yes, it is. I mean, well, this is quite cool. Oh, Devo's about to run. It just started up. Nice little purple. Casual. Absolutely insane. And we've got the G-Wagon here. Absolutely ridiculous. This is, I wasn't expecting all of this chaos today. That's a pretty colour, Tori.
That is very beautiful. I don't even know what color that is. But silver wheels? Nice.
It reminds me of the Ferrari Azura California.
Oh, absolutely.
Which we actually considered for the Roma.
We did.
Until the price came back, and then we were like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, sometimes you need to be reasonable.
Yeah. Anyway, nothing really new out this way.
No.
To the auction. Now I've just swapped the mic onto Steve for a moment. Some of you have probably remembered Steve because you came to visit the barn a couple of times actually.
Yeah.
Steve from Currency Solutions has helped me moving money to buy. First was the GT500, no, the SLS, which is just over 5 years ago. I bought that. I got a notification the other day that it's been 5 years. So the SLS we bought from Germany, then the GT500 in the US, then the Zenvo from Denmark back in euros, and then
that
the
one.
Dark Horse. So every time.
The Dark Horse, which is in the car park.
It is indeed. It's quite funny that you've obviously a long way from home come to see, well, seeing that and seeing all of this.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because this might sound obvious. When you buy a car like a Zenvo and you have to send a lot of money to another country, you don't just go to your bank and say, send it. So that's where you guys come in.
Well, yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I'm down here is because I met a client here last night who I saved $95,000 for on a transfer of 2.4 million euros.
Okay, that's something pretty nice.
Yeah, and there are cars that have sold for 5 times that. I mean,
so you're about to help me with buying this?
Absolutely, and you know, I will make sure you can afford to pay for the transport.
That's part way there. I've got to afford to pay for the car first.
Oh, it's a wonderful car though. Oh, yeah.
It's fun. Isn't this event amazing? Like all the people who are here out in Florida.
Well, you just stood here and you've got the F50, an F40 and an Enzo all within 5 paces of one another. I mean, how often does that happen?
It's awesome. Well, I think the F50 is about to go across the block. We're going to go and see how it's going.
I want to see that go under the hammer, definitely.
I'm interested. How much more to go?
A few, just 2 pages basically.
I think we just had, we're at this now, 280 SE. Okay.
That's interesting to see.
P1, oh yeah, I forgot about the P1 GTR. Next up, P1 GTR.
In burnt blue.
Oh, it is burnt blue.
You
I
said
wondered,
it just now.
which is a colour that has absolutely nothing to do with my surname.
800,000.
It's another person who worked at MSO who shared the same name.
900,000. 800's offered. Asking
We're at 900. Where's the screen? The bid is slow here for the P1 GTR.
But it's still going.
1275 at the moment. Low estimates 1.6. P1 market has struggled with the batteries, all of that.
We all done it at $1,275,000.
I think this is going to pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, the McLaren is selling today. We're at $1,275,000.
Oh, it is selling. It's going to sell. No reserve.
$325,000. It is selling
Interesting.
$1,325,000. Online is out. $1,325,000. $1,325,000. Third and final chance at $1,325,000. Sold
1.3. Someone got a deal.
That's,
Should we have bought a P1 today?
405.
I call it a Schnapper.
Sorry?
In German we call it a Schnapper if you have a good deal. It's a Schnapper.
Okay, that was a good deal. That was a bargain of a P1.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Now it's a
Wow,
Delahaye.
I'm surprised. Delahaye. We're into the era that we don't know so much about, but we've only got 4 lots until the one I'm curious to see. 360 CS,
That's one for you.
375, 425 in blue TDF.
Definitely more affordable than the F50.
Come on, let's see. So 300, counting.
325.
It's a nice CS.
$325,000. We're at 300, asking 325. $320,000. We're at 310 only, asking 320. $320,000 at 310. $320,000. Any advance? Does he want to do 335? Yes or no? He said no. $335,000. Closing at $330,000.
That didn't meet the reserve. But now it is
F50
time.
50.
Okay.
154th of 339
The graphic is really cool on the screen.
European specification car, owned by a Monaco-based race driver collector for 16 years. Extremely low mileage, showroom quality example of Maranello's legendary 50th anniversary supercar, and showing just 1,351 miles. Certified in 2013 with
1,351 miles.
matching numbers of engine
Nothing.
transactions
It's like
Absolutely
new.
and benefits from consistent attention
So-
by marque experts, TK Engineering since
What
2010,
do I think?
including the installation of
I'm gonna go with-
2017.
I think it might, because it's a low mileage car, get to the 5.5-ish.
Cases.
I'll be very impressed if it goes
Ladies
through
and
that.
gentlemen, $4,500,000. $4,500,000. At $4,250,000, asking $4,500,000. $4,500,000. Brand new.
There's one small problem.
What's the problem?
I don't have $4 million.
$4,750,000 now.
Oh, that's the only problem. How much were they when they came out?
$4,500,000.
400,000 or 500,000.
4,600,000. 4,700,000 now. 4,600,000. 4,700,000. 4,600,000.
The wording is always so
4,700,000.
confusing as to what they're on and what's the
Yeah.
next bid.
4,800,000 now.
At least you understand more than that Barry Jackson.
Yeah.
Because they're so
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 fast.
fast, you don't have a clue what's coming.
$5 million. We're at 4,900,000, asking $5 million. At 4,900,000, asking $5 million. We're at 4,900,000, and now $5 million. $5 million here today at $5 million. We're at 4,900,000. The car is selling today, ladies and gentlemen, at 4,950. $5 million now.
So the reserve is hit.
4,950.
4,950 is
And
the
it's
current
selling.
bid.
$5 million.
So I suspect we'll get one more info
4,950.
about the car.
$5 million. Anyone
Before it
else?
starts going.
Great value here. $5 million.
950. Let's have a $5 million
We've got two full
F50.
bidders that are
I
talking
want to hear
about it.
5. So there's one at the front, one at the back. Big cameras
$5 million
on the
now.
bid over here.
Reserve
might have an idea
ladies and
who that's,
gentlemen. It is selling
potentially
today
buying this.
at $4,950,000.
Wow.
$4,950,000 is the bid. $5 million. Third and final chance.
Is it about to come down to 4,950?
$5,025,000.
Oh wow,
Wow.
it did hit 5.
$5,025,000.
So it's hit $5 million.
$5 million online.
That was when it was already going twice.
$5,025,000.
I'm so scared to like lift my hands in any way.
$25,000.
Yeah, you don't want to accidentally put in a $5 million bid.
At $5 million.
So we're
One more
watching this
time.
from behind.
I mean, the
5
5 million are not the problem. The problem is it's not yellow.
It's not yellow.
$5,025,000.
Just kidding. It's also $5 million. Oh, we've got a bit of $5,025,000.
At $5,025,000. Third and final time, internet. At $5,050,000. Sold
Sold.
$5,025,000.
$5,025,000.
And that buyer number
Great
is
money.
3102. 3102.
Sold. So add the 12% to that. We're talking about 5.6. So that's what I wanted to see.
AMG Black Series.
I mean, yeah, that's interesting as well. Sorry for the bad focus here, but I'm about $5.6 million shy of an F50.
So now you know how much you need to save up.
For a delivery mileage one. A low mileage car.
You kind of need one that has kind of few miles on it.
When the day arrives, ready to do it,
But
we
by
need
that,
one with some miles on it.
yeah, but by that point, they have gone even further.
Yeah, it'll be a $10 million car. Great.
I'm going to see myself out.
Ladies and gentlemen, and tastefully
Bye.
The number for this then was $5,532,500, including the fees and extra charges. So that puts it actually bang on the 5.5 I said.
Yes.
I thought it'd be 5.5 and it's 5.5. And that's for a car with 1350 miles, full Classic A documentation, full history of everything, all the services, the whole lot. And it's amazing how genuinely, I mean, these were $1 million not that long ago. And one of the interesting things for me is that the F50's always been my dream car. It was the first ever poster I had when I was younger. It was the first real, I think, hypercar, if I can call it, that I actually shot a video with, I think, way back when. Well, one of the first, I'm going to say. And then the thing is that's interesting is you think back to the time when they were $500,000. At that point, I was nowhere near being able to buy a $500,000 car. And what's interesting now is I'm nowhere near being able to buy a $5 million car.
And it's
I dream of
running
that.
away in a way.
They're running
price,
away.
right?
They're running away even faster. And you often hear this from people who bought like Zondas or McLaren F1s or something that's really kind of 10 times its value, because wherever you bought in, if you bought in at $1 million, you had in your mind what that would cost to insure, what you can do with it, where you can drive. When it's 10 times that, 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, it changes massively the usability of the car. And another interesting thing with it, because people always say, why don't I just sell the Zenvo, the Ferraris that I have, the SLS, GT Black, etc., whatever it might be, insert your list. But the interesting thing is my entire fleet of over 20 cars is worth less than that just sold for.
The maths is still not mathing in that
No,
case.
it doesn't work. So even if I sold everything and lived in a car, it would have to be this, and I would still be financing into the bit of it. It's
So
one of those
worth that?
catch-22s. I dream of an F50 one day, really and truly. I would genuinely do a ton of miles with it. Yes, a car that's a lower value than this, because I wouldn't care if it's done some miles, because I want to go and do tens of thousands more miles. But the reality is that it would need everything sold. It would make no sense, because then you couldn't do the trips and the rallies and the events and all the different things that we do with all of the different manufacturers and everything. So let's see if it keeps running away. I hope it doesn't keep running away, because it would be nice one day.
No, I'm
Everybody
sure you
knows.
can catch up.
Everybody knows how much it's the dream. The dream F50. I just feel lucky to have driven them a couple of times, right? Yeah. That's, at the end of the day, every time has been a pinch moment. My friends like Greg, who let me drive his. Dennis, actually, here in Miami, did a video with his, the prototype.
Good
way
times.
back. I'm trying to think, I've driven a couple of others over the years as well, and every time, F50 is special, very special. It's a $5 or $6 million car. It's probably on its way to being a $10 million car.
I was just thinking it should have like a speech bubble here saying "Catch me if you can."
Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. If anybody's got a magic trick to buy one of these, time machine, like to do something that can make it possible to buy the car, or to just invest in crypto or Tesla or Nvidia or something, that would also help. But hey, it is what it is. Impressive nonetheless. Big money, big money. Some amazing cars here. Really, really cool to see going across the block here in Miami. I was coming over to this, but there's another Rolls Royce tucked down there. Yet another 918. We've seen a couple of these today. This is from Merit Partners, just here chilling in the car park. If you're interested in more of the results, by the way, because of course we have not covered everything, I'll pop the link down below to the RM Sotheby's Miami auction so that you can see all of the different results, including the fees. It's quite interesting to see where these things land. For us, now, there's something else we need to get to that's going to be really quite cool.